Good morning, my people. Yes, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, um, this year 2026, it's already going. Ozen Lononi. But you know what? In this year 2026, opportunities will come your way. I'm trying to hold this camera in such a way that you guys can enjoy the view. Yes, Ozen Lononi. You know. So that being said, every one of us have to be ready for the opportunity. Some opportunity that will come your way in 2026 and this year. It's gonna be so scary. Okay? So scary that you might be thinking about should I do it or not? Now let me give you an example. In 2019, I lost my job around 2018. And it was a very nice job. It was a six-figure job, just like, 6-figure job. People talking about six-figure. At least I was earning as much as $110,000. Okay, at that point in 2019. But I lost the job, and I'll tell you the story about losing that job another time. And at that time when I lost my job, I think I had like, if you have to put it on a rating of 1 to 10 in terms of emotional intelligence, I would say that I was about 2/10. And that also contributed to me losing the job. Because there are many things you need to understand about emotional intelligence. And when I'm speaking about, I'm just telling you my own story. So I can tell you my own story from my own experience in terms of emotional intelligence. Sorry, excuse me. But that's not what we're talking about today. That's not. Now, what we're talking about today is the opportunities that will come your way in this year 2026. Some of these opportunities will be scary. Now, now rewind to 2019 after losing the job in 2018. Okay, I was looking for job. I was applying. I say applied to about 100 to 150 places, and even maybe more than that. But this opportunity came finally. I got a job with Chevron. And this job with Chevron, when I did the interview, it was I applied for a business analyst position because the job I was doing before was a business analyst position for liquefied natural gas, petroleum refineries, and different oil and gas platforms, right? And we were doing big data and analytics for the company that I was working for then. Some people call it data benchmarking, right? That was what I was working on then. So I applied to Chevron. I did the interview. I actually did the interview in the house, in my living room. And I applied to the business analyst position, senior analyst or something. And I think those guys were so impressed with the uh, the interview because then I had to get some certifications. It was really nice. And when they sent me the job offer letter, in the job offer letter, the title of the position they offered me was Senior Scrum Master, which I never applied for. And then I emailed them back and said this was not a position. However, since I'm certified to do this, if you give me this job, I want to be paid more, which obviously they agreed to. And at that point, my wife saw an opportunity online sometime when she was reading. She likes reading those news app, and then she finally read one, and it was an opportunity for us that we could pursue. And she came home and told me about it. That was before this Chevron interview at all. She came home, she told me about it, knowing fully well that I am entrepreneurial in spirit, in soul, in mind, and I always really wanted to do something on my own. Okay, so she came up with this opportunity, and then we applied to it. And at the same time, the same week that I was supposed to say yes to Chevron, they gave us this opportunity. Okay, and then you had to choose. If that was you, what would you have chosen? Now I'll tell you what, this opportunity was with the largest um, retail company in the world, or one of the biggest retail company in the world. Which one would you have gone for? Knowing full well that you really needed a job and you were not sure of what's gonna happen if you didn't go to with what was really sure. Leave that in the comment. Let me know, and then I'll continue with my story. Bye for now.